everyone, and welcome to another royal reading here at MadWorldTarot, with Fluffy sitting next to me on a chair and the Tinseltown Tarot on the tarot table for this first reading. We are looking today at the mockery that's coming at Meghan Markle from all kinds of strange quarters, including Catholic priests. That will be the next reading. But for now, Gwyneth Paltrow, we weren't sure the first time around. That was the Vanity Fair article. She had the cover of Vanity Fair. Very long story on Gwyneth Paltrow in the most recent Vanity Fair. And she was asked about her neighbours, the Parkles. And she said, well, I don't actually know her. Well, she was asked about Meghan. Don't actually know her. And then she was very gracious and said, oh, there's room for everyone. Everyone needs a chance to try something. And women don't gang up on other women. They support them and make room for them. She made sure to be as gracious as possible about with love Meghan, or as ever, or whatever it's called. And then suggested maybe she would make a pie and take it round. And as I say, people weren't quite sure what to make of that. They thought it was shade, but maybe it was too subtle. And in case it was too subtle, Gwyneth got stuck in the kitchen, breakfast. She made a reel for Instagram. There she was in her striped pajamas, drinking from a monogrammed mug, to the soundtrack from Natalie Cole. This will be an everlasting love. There was a dog, there was bacon, there was a monogrammed mug, there was Gwyneth's own kitchen with her own view out over Montecito. There was her own product on display she was using to bake with, product that she sells herself successfully. And what else was there? Not a word. Not a word. No makeup, no jewelry, no tendrils, no bad food hygiene practices. Just an accomplished person, comfortable in her own, accomplished chef, should I say, comfortable in her own skin, in her own kitchen, silently, but with a rather knowing look. And so I don't think there's any doubt about what she was up to. We're going to just check with the Tinseltown Tarot. Bad day for Meghan Markle when she has to wake up to this kind of thing from her neighbour who has a very successful lifestyle brand, of course, with Goop. And is also apparently going back into the movies. Needs to top up the bank balance, maybe. Looks absolutely stunning. She was very, very glamorous. She's gone back to old school glamour for the Vanity Fair shoot. No fan of Meghan Markle's, I personally believe, but we'll test it. We're going to ask the Tinseltown Tarot to tell us what she thinks of Meghan and her lifestyle brand. We're going to ask whether this was shade, indeed, how Meghan felt waking up in the morning to this, and all over the Daily Mail. I think at one stage it was the lead story in the Daily Mail. Shows you the level of journalism we are dealing with in this day and age, but never mind. And then I want to know, oh, Fluffy's just galloped past. I want to know what impact, if any, this is going to have on Meghan Markle's brand and her attempts to launch herself on the, well, it's not unsuspecting public. It's a very suspicious public at this point, and a reluctant public as well. So, 5-card reading, just to warm things up today. And of course, it's tarot, and it's for fun and entertainment, and it's all my opinion and all speculation and just energy we read here. And disclaimer in the box below. We have the King of Pentacles in the reverse as our underlying energy. That's business card. The King of Pentacles is all about business. It's all about making money. It's all about being successful and being in it for the long haul. The King of Pentacles is a steadfast energy. He knows all about money and leadership and investments and stuff. He's very good at being the boss, the CEO. Meghan, as we know, couldn't find a CEO for what is now known as Ever. And so she appointed herself as the CEO. I think we have a dig there with the King of Pentacles in reverse at her leadership, her business acumen, and her potential for success. There it is, King of Pentacles, underlying energy. I don't think it's the has no brain, I was going to say, the has been. I don't think he's worthy even of notice in this reading. So I don't get that it's his energy here at all with our King of Pentacles in reverse. So let us see situation we are reading on today. What are we dealing with? And we are dealing with, the Two of Pentacles in reverse. This is somebody who can't balance the books, who it's a bit Met Gala, isn't it? Going up those stairs, those famous stairs at the Met Gala or Cannes Film Festival or something like that. Our Gwyneth has been up and down stairs like that for most of her life. This card is in the reverse. It's about being overwhelmed. It's about dropping balls. It's about being out of balance, about not really knowing what you're doing, really. Because if it's upright and you are managing to keep all those balls in the air and keep everything on an even keel and manage things well, then you know what you're doing. It's in reverse. It just tells me, it's giving me energy of don't know what you're doing. Same thing as King of Pentacles in reverse. And you're dropping the ball. You're dropping things. I said no Harry in this reading. I'm going to have to take that back. Because what did Harry do when she launched that 40 by 40 thing, Meghan Markle, which disappeared without trace within 40 minutes of her launching it? She made Harry juggle limes or lemons or something in the window while she was on that call to Melissa McCarthy. I think that this was the moment where Gwyneth Paltrow sat up and said, What? So, there is something in here about you really want to drag that man down like that and reduce him to a joke, to a clown, to entertainment, to something you can dismiss and make go outside while you're busy doing the important 40 by 40 stuff, which, as I say, bombed spectacularly. I'm just getting incompetence, overwhelm, dropping things all over the place, just not able to manage things, maintain her equilibrium, get things going. And also, it's a resourcing card, Two of Pentacles. Upright, you have enough, you pick your battles, you allocate, you manage stuff. It's in reverse. Don't have enough in the way of resources, and you might be prioritizing all the wrong things. Fame, glamour, the lifestyle that you're pretending to lead, rather than being authentic about who you really are. Hence the striped pajamas and the no makeup and the very own kitchen with the very own products and the very own cooking skills. Some great knife skills on display on that Instagram account in something else that she did for breakfast, just by the way. I think also a bit of shade there from Gwyneth. My opinion, what does she think of Meghan Markle? We finally get to the actual meat of this reading. Two of Wands. This is an enterprising person. This is somebody who's always got a plan, always got a scheme. She's always... what's the word? Because it's business. It's planning and scheming. If those people who always, they never relax. They're never on downtime. She's always trying her luck with that Two of Wands. She's looking for deals. She's looking for opportunities. She's looking for people to sidle up to and partner with and grab and piggyback onto. It's this notion of, I'm getting a grifter, so I'm going to say that word grifter, which famously was used by the Spotify boss. Meghan showed up famously in the Hamptons last summer, uninvited by all accounts, shall we say allegedly. I think she hitched a ride with that makeup friend of hers, can't remember the woman's name, but very successful makeup range, and they had this thing that Gwyneth had organised, kind of women's businessy thing, and Meghan showed up She was the only one without a label, a name badge, and allegedly was trying to get close to Gwyneth Paltrow for a photo opportunity, or to say, hey, let's hang out, let's do a business deal, let's do that kind of thing. No chance of it. That's what Gwyneth Paltrow thinks of her, and she sees them coming. She's been around long enough to see them coming, and she saw this one coming a mile off for sure. Two of Wands. Shade. Tell me about the shade, which we assume was part of the deal with this thing. Oh yeah, the Empress. I actually thought that card was that card because I recognized the kind of ball gowny, fishtail gown, and thought that was that. And I'm reading in the gloom with bad eyesight and all the rest of it. Yes, I do have my glasses on, but in the gloom still. Empress. That's Gwyneth. This is her vibe. This is her thing. Meghan, excuse me, and I lost my voice briefly there. Meghan is intruding on her territory. Gwyneth Paltrow is one with a lifestyle brand. She was there. She did it first. She's the queen of this. She is the doyenne of this. She is the one who blazed that trail. Very successful, very glamorous, very desirable, very beautiful, very charming. I think she's a Libran. Is she a Libran? Not sure. But it's got that energy of glamour and old school Hollywood. And of course she comes from an old Hollywood family. And she has everything. And it's there. It's there. And this is, really? You're a pretender. You are there, Two of Pentacles in reverse. You have no idea how to do this. So it's coming. There is shade, but it's very subtle. It's coming from this lofty heights of I'm Hollywood glamour and looking down at you, pretender, you wannabe, you 40 by 40 stunt puller. And it's to use Lady C's word and Meghan's number plate that she had when she was a teen in LA, it's classy, as Lady C would say. It's classy shade. So she can deny it quite easily. Meghan doesn't do subtle. And this wasn't that subtle, but it's still subtle enough. Anyway, how did it go down in Montecito? Meghan's side of the road in Montecito. How did it go down? The Lovers. Interesting. It's not seen as badly as the rest of us are seeing it. She'd still like a partnership with Gwyneth Paltrow. Still believes it's possible. That's level of delusion that's off the charts, really, when you get a card like that. That's not grabbing Harry for, a quickie to take her mind off whatever. And allegedly Harry did a bit of a disappearing act for a while. That's a Neil Sean story we'll have to look at. That is, I can still do a deal with this person. We got the Two of Wands. She's noticed me. And if she's noticed me, I think this is how her mind works. This is my opinion, of course. She's noticed me, which means she maybe feels threatened by me, which means I can maybe do a deal with her. Maybe she really will bring the pie around. It's not a realistic, grounded view of what just happened on Instagram and what just happened in Vanity Fair. I don't think that Meghan sees reality in the way the rest of us see reality. I think she sees it in a very distorted way through her lens, and it's a very distorted lens that she sees things through. That is my opinion. I find it quite a sinister card, I have to say, the Lovers, because a message has not been received. Too subtle from the Empress, really too subtle. It's being misinterpreted and distorted. Impact that this Gwyneth Paltrow situation is going to have on Meghan's brand, on Netflix, on WME, or whatever they're called now, because I believe the Endeavour part has disappeared. I don't quite know what's going on, but Ari Emanuel gone off on a different track. Who knows? What impact, if any, is this going to have on Meghan's brand, on her Netflix deal, on her popularity, on her social media following? Is it gonna make life difficult for her, or is it a big fat nothing burger? Yes, it is going to make life difficult for her. We have the Queen of Pentacles, but it's in reverse. The Queen of Pentacles is grounded, is earth mother, is homemaker, is the one who's going to be making preserves and jams and spreads and pies, and not really one pot pasta. It's in reverse, so this could derail Meghan quite seriously in terms of trying to monetize herself, in terms of trying to come across as this thing that she's absolutely not. Gwyneth really just, I don't even know how long that reel was, say a minute, in 60 seconds, presented what a lifestyle influencer is all about and showed Meghan up for just being a wannabe, just being a pretender. That's my opinion, but that's how I see it. That Queen of Pentacles in reverse tells me that a whole lot of people are going to see it like that as well. It's going to be very difficult for Meghan to turn that around and come out with something that's going to compete with what Gwyneth Paltrow has just put out. Meghan can't really. Meghan in those striped shorty pajamas, that's not a look I want to see. I don't think anyone wants to see that wandering around someone else's kitchen. I really don't think so. There it is. That's my opinion. On to Father Brendan Kilcoyne in the next one.